our saviors in the skirt of Roman protection. The almighty Herod has bestowed upon us safety for this dangerous time of celebration. No longer will we suffer under the oppression of the sheep and the goats. They found equals in these large men carrying spears and swords.
Come down from there.
Come up from there. I see we are equally armed. Go ahead. Save this city from my deviant tongue.
Come down this moment. You there. Climb down from there. This does not involve you.
I'm confused, soldier. Have you come to keep the peace or incite a riot?
You've made your point. We best be on our way.
Yes, you best be on your way.
You mock Caesar for the sake of a lunatic beggar. How dare you belittle he who clothes you and feeds you?
Eat this, Rome!
You, go!
You may consider yourself officially on duty.
Because of a harmless man's joke?
You best keep opinions to yourself, soldier. Regardless of what you and I think, we have a sworn duty.
Claudius.
I beg your pardon?
Not soldier, Claudius.
Marcus, welcome to Jerusalem.
92.
You're not one for formal introductions, are you, Claudius?
I believe in getting to the point.
Well, you were assigned to execution.
That's not what I asked.
But it is what you meant.
Quite to the point. Not my execution, I would hope.
No, a Jewish hero.
Executed just in time to begin the Jewish celebration. There's Roman thinking in that.
I, on the other hand, have a day off.
I hate you already.
You barely know my name.
I don't know any of these Jews' names. And they're my worst enemies.
And they have the whole weekend off.
5 years in the academy and I'm assigned guard duty at a tomb.
Tell me again exactly why was this man executed?
You weigh yourself down with trivial information. It's not our place to ask questions.
You saw what I saw.
Yeah.
And you weren't bothered?
The only thing that will bother me is if we aren't compensated for 2 nights of extra duty.
I've never seen such passion. I mean, to see one of your own people die was almost like a celebration.
People don't seem to take too well to false messiahs. I'll never understand why Jerusalem doesn't simply find solace in the strength of Caesar.
And who's to say Caesar won't suffer the same fate?
Rome will far outlast the superstitions of the Jews.
Or at least as long as that coin lasts in your purse.
Do you betray Caesar?
I only acknowledge that he'll someday be forgotten.
Yeah, and Rome will burn.
No one can think straight after being on duty that length of time. It was your first day. Before you continue spouting your theories, I suggest you get some sleep.
Sleep?
You're not the same person I met 3 days ago.
Over and over, the same images. You say sleep as if it's that simple.
I wish I could sympathize with you, but this whole mess bought me another day off.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. We arrived at the tomb and they dismissed us.
They?
You know, captain, a couple of guys from your unit, chief priest, some other religious men.
Chief priest?
Come to think of it, it was rather interesting to see them fraternizing with Roman soldiers in broad daylight. But I suppose when a prisoner is missing, it's going to cause quite a stir, especially a criminal like that.
What makes you so sure he was a criminal?
Sympathizing again? Claudius, it doesn't look good for a new transfer in occupied territory.
He didn't fight. He didn't plead. It's one thing to torture a belligerent murderer who would just as soon do the same to you. Do you know what he said when we dropped the post into position?
The prisoner played on your emotions, and you fell for it. It happens.
Who was there for my unit?
Julian, Seneca, Leo, Pantera, Cleon, Titus, Octavian.
That's everyone.
But you were out cold. Or so they say.
What do you mean, or so they say?
You weren't prepared for the kind of work that goes on here in Jerusalem. But that's the key. It's your work, your duty, nothing more. So quit thinking and sleep. It's not your fault.
Why would it be my fault?
Claudius, I believe you. But the prisoner has escaped.
Escape? That's ridiculous. He'd been dead for almost 3 days.
The story is that some chief priest bribed the soldiers to say that some followers stole the body.
While we were on duty.
Well, they said you were asleep.
No, we weren't. I wasn't. That's a lie. What guard would admit to being asleep? It's punishable by death.
I know.
That's why they sent me home. I'm the scapegoat.
It's only a rumor.
A rumor that could get me killed.
Answer their questions. Don't elaborate.
Why?
Can't you obey orders? Just yes and no.
So how did you arrange this meeting anyway?
The commander is a personal friend of mine. He assured me that if you operate, this whole thing will be dropped.
But how did you...
Don't ask.
I'm not taking a bribe, and I'm not saying I was asleep. Some say he was the awaited Messiah.
And that's the kind of thing you're not going to say in there.
I can tell anything but the truth. Spoken like a true Roman.
Send them in. Marcus.
Captain.
Claudius, you are known as an outstanding young man who serves the interest of Rome. You know why you're here, so please, for the captain, recount what happened to you while on duty last night. For the captain, recount what happened to you while on duty last night.
That won't be necessary. It is obvious what has happened here. We would all agree that under certain circumstances, we are subject to inventing fantasies, especially when one is asleep, as your fellow soldiers have attested. You are officially dismissed from the Legion.
Sir, I beg an explanation. This is not what was discussed.
Let me make myself clear, soldier. This is a military establishment, not a pro-council hearing. You were dismissed.
Execute me.
That can be arranged.
Or I'm sorry, you only execute religious criminals these days.
Would you excuse us for a moment? Do you suppose that I have never encountered a soldier that has disagreed with my philosophy? That you're the only crusader whining for the oppressed? This is the anthem of today's military youth. But when you are old, dear Claudius, and mind you, we all grow old, all you will remember are how a few choice words, stated with conviction, were the downfall of your entire career. With that in mind, why don't we rethink your response?
The chief priest should be demanding our execution as well. The prisoner is gone, we were on duty, but instead of having us arrested, they bribe us.
Do you want to die? Become a hero?
I want the truth.
We fight for the same things, young Claudius.
Gentlemen?
Justice, safety, the protection of our people. You, of course, politically, we spiritually. But you Romans do not have an understanding of my people. We are attempting to spare you much grief in regards to the implications of perpetuating this unlikely tale of a little man's claim to resurrection. But we find this difficult while you refuse to close your mouth.
All of Roman rule is threatened by one little man.
How difficult is it, Claudius, to remain silent?
The sect could cause many problems in Jerusalem, which would spread throughout the country, jeopardizing Roman rule.
So it's a political decision?
He was brought to fair trial, sentenced by Pontius Pilate.
I know that. I was there. I want to know more than what I saw. I want to know what happened.
Of course you do. And so do we. All we're asking is that you keep this incident to yourself until we've had time to observe the sect. Now that the followers have stolen the body, attempting some kind of validity to their Messiah, we fear matters could escalate.
The truth, soldier, is that you're the only one in the entire Golgotha detail who hasn't admitted you were asleep. No one believes your clever story of an earthquake.
I saw what I saw. I challenge anyone who says otherwise. So this is what justice has come to. A competition. Who can invent the most believable truth?
Who are you against the entire Roman legion? Just tell me the truth, and you can return to duty.
The exercise.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I can't betray the truth, regardless of how popular.
Truth, is it?
Hey! Claudius, mind your blind spot.
Yes, truth.
Can I ask you a hypothetical question?
Could it wait?
I think it has waited long enough!
Hit! Intruder over Marcus. Watch your form, soldier.
Say someone has your back. My back? I don't understand. Like right now. I train with you. I fight with you. I do so to ensure your safety.
What about this person?
Say he has a passion for truth. Do you know someone of the sort?
I believe I do. Yes!
Good. 2-1. Continue.
Suppose further that the truthful one holds secrets that could very well prove dangerous to the one who has his back. I feel that a true friend would find it disadvantageous to keep such tragedy a secret. Don't you think so, Claudius?
How dare you threaten me?
How dare you kill your partner?
I have no defense!
And did he scream? Was there a family?
It's only an exercise, Marcus.
And what would happen if the knife were in my throat?
You would live.
Are you one of the soldiers that crucified Jesus the Christ?
You weren't there, were you?
Yes. And at the tomb?
Yes.
We've heard that you have a story.
There are many stories.
We want to hear yours.
Who sent you?
A friend. He assured us that you seek the truth. He has been seen.
The body?
Alive.
Alive?
He's dead. I killed him myself.
You must come. Soon. And alone.
Where?
Calculating headache for my people, I assure you. Was seen with 11 themselves.
I thought there were 12.
11.
What do you expect me to do?
I apologize. I was expecting you to do your job and control your men. If they become a threat to this city, shall I go above your head?
You've crushed that man's spirit already. Did you ruin his life as well?
It seems as if your priorities are leaning toward the better of the one, rather than the better of the whole. That can't be right.
I'll send my men to follow him.
As you wish, Captain.
I haven't been able to escape this pain, Marcus.
But if you find this man,
I think I'll find my answer. Maybe you're right. Maybe he is dead.
I can't see you chasing after a corpse.
So this is goodbye.
You realize that walking into that room is walking into your own grave.
All the more reason to say goodbye.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Don't hope. Pray.
I knew it.
May I ask whom you wish to see?
Open the door now.
May I enter?
You come alone.
Yes.
We have another seeker who wishes to join us.
It is all right. He seeks answers. And in that, we are equals. And he has a story to tell.
I wasn't supposed to work that night. I'd worked over the Sabbath and was very tired. I'd been on duty since Friday afternoon. I was assigned the Golgotha duty. I didn't ask for it. I was assigned to it.
Why are you here?
I don't know what I saw. It's what I want you to tell me. Why would he come to me? I killed him.
We all deserted him. We left him to face this injustice alone. It wasn't supposed to end like this. So we fled. In fear and embarrassment. Angry.
So why are you still here? Why don't you just go home?
If you'd seen him do what we've seen him do, you would stay too.
I've seen enough.
We saw an angel. He told us that Jesus was not here. He told us that Jesus was no longer dead.
And it's true. Just like he said he would.
Like he said he would?
More than once. But we didn't understand. We didn't believe.
John, you were there at the tomb. Tell them.
Peter and I saw the tomb. It was open and empty. We didn't see Jesus.
Who was this man? Who was this Jesus?
Is there any doubt? I saw him. I saw him risen from the dead. He's who he said he was. He's the Son of God.
Impossible. Let her speak. Why would he let them kill him if he was the Son of God?
Why? Must it make sense? for us to believe.
Claudius?
Is it my imagination, or did the world just change? Every misconception just got swept away. In the rubble of my dreams, I've been searching for the proof. Suddenly I find myself awakened by the truth. In a moment of light, I saw an empty grave. And in a moment of light, he took my fears away. With the brilliance of heaven, he scattered the night. And he is risen indeed, in a moment of light. My heart was like a wasteland where doubt was growing wild. But now I see the landscape through the eyes of an innocent child. Where lies had built a prison, forgiveness has set me free. And in a moment of light, I saw an empty grave. And in a moment of light, he took my fears away. With the brilliance of heaven, he scattered the night. And he is risen indeed, in a moment took my fears away with the brilliance of heaven. He scattered